In this episode of a mobile home makeover, I start making patches. My brother starts replacing electrical outlets and runs into an issue between 15 and 20 amp plugs. Oh, well, that was a close one. It's time for a middle point tour. Watered these trees, trimmed back that tree and that tree, trimmed up in here. This porch, while drooping and falling apart, has become much lower on the priority list because finishing inside is going to take flipping forever. Need to replace this, need to replace the door. Don't need to, want to. What we have done, removed all the carpets and removed the center seam. Kills the floor. Gotten rid of a lot of the odors, cleaned the windows. We still need to take down the blinds and clean them. We've TSP'd the walls and ceilings throughout the house. Removed all the cabinet doors, TSP'd inside the cabinets. TSP is a solution that you use for cleaning surfaces before they're painted. We've kills up in cabinets. We've kills in the kitchen. And we've taken apart the kitchen cabinets. We've come up with a plan to replace them with the laundry area cabinets. We've discovered a broken burner. 3 working ones, need to figure that out. Stove, our oven fully working, including the clock. We've kills in the kitty box area. Subfloor that I need to patch right here. Hallway has been TSP'd. The center seam has been patched up. It still needs some sanding. And the hallway still needs to get kills through the floor. Small bedroom has been kills throughout, TSP'd throughout. This one's pretty much ready to paint. Need to do some trim repairs, but none in here. We'll probably spend a little time scuffing this up just to get it ready to paint. Heater, with the HVAC guy came yesterday. He's putting together a quote on replacing basically the whole heat pump system. This bathroom is still largely intact. I think there's maybe some trim fixes in here. I don't quite know where. Starting patching these doors. In here, these are some cabinets that are getting patched up. And the center seam again through here has been patched. Hole in the wall patched right there. Little patch in this corner. Then this bathroom still kills on the floor. And I think in the ceiling up here needs a little attention as well. And then this toilet's going to get removed. And I think what I'm going to do, the plan probably is to start with this wall right here as the establishing line for the flooring. And I'll floor in this bathroom first and take out that toilet right before I do the flooring. From the flooring, reinstall the toilet, install this vanity, although the sink's not arriving till August 8th, so that might take a hot minute. We might need to jigger up this whole situation a little bit. Here's an example of the kind of trim fixes I need to do today. I have to pull out that staple and I think I'll probably just be able to put this piece back together. One drawing. It is a rectangle, 24 by 48 feet. Set in a little bit here. Wall that's at a funky little angle. Here's a little bit of a wall. There's a hutch here for collectibles. There are windows here. And here is the sink. And the refrigerator goes right there. The cat box area. The washer dryer. And this is all a little off scale because heater's actually up here. Bedroom number 1. Bedroom number 2. Big walk-in. Quote unquote primary bath. We're going to be putting in a left sink there. There's an existing shower that's a little funky, but it'll get a new shower curtain. And here is, including this tub, is the hall bath. There's a long vanity in there now. Is the what's called the primary. And then the carport is attached loosely. This would be like this. Porch here. The whole roof line goes like this, like a little storage. Currently the little deck here. We're thinking of getting rid of this and putting in just some steps right here and maybe a ramp right here. So each little project really has all the 6 steps. You got to plan, and you got to demolish. Now I want to fill these holes in, right? But if I'm going to start mixing up that stuff, I might as well start fixing up here. That still hasn't been demolished yet, so I got to take that guy out first. Once I do, it's going to make a mess, so I got to clean it. My brother's going to get started on the project of replacing all of these black old sockets, original, with new white sockets, hopefully right side up. Plugging this in and just checking to see if there's power in there now. And then you go over to the board here and you look around for the one that you're looking for. So you look for it. I got it on the first try. And so you make sure that that power is off before we do anything in here. This guy out and get it good now. So this is going to be our white side, the side that has the words white and has the ground on it. Same as here, but we're reversing what they've got here because these were installed upside down. But it needs to be a little more narrow than that screwdriver. A better screwdriver. Oh, a thinner screwdriver. Here we are in the master shop. So we raided the tool chest and we're back. And we're ready to give it a shot. You want to try it out, Brett? Boom. The ground is going to be the most complicated and you're going to need to attach it first. What you want to do is bend it into a nice little U. Okay, now that you've got the ground on, you want to tighten it up. Hole. Okay. And you should feel a nice click when it seats. Then it's a matter of carefully folding the wires up so that they're just, kind of folding in there. And if I wasn't being lazy, I'd switch this for the Phillips head end, but I'm being lazy. Efficiency. That's what we call it, efficient. So put that back on. Plug this in. Boom! We have electricity. Oh, we did it! Pulling random staples out of the walls and or pounding them in. So scraping. Just generally cleaning up the walls, getting them ready for painting, priming. Well, I decided to take a look at this little spot right here. So here I am ready and set up to work. I got the vacuum, light, some place to put some debris, and tools, oscillating multi-tool, vacuum, and the Sawzall. I'm cutting it down into smaller chunks to make it easier to get at it. I found that there's sort of some kind of repair that's been done here. And there's a stud right here, so thankfully I didn't cut too far into it. That's why you do small chunks. Find your way around. now that I have these spots cleaned up, I gotta pull out these different nails, and I'll use the cat's paw to do that. I've run into some metal down here, so I'm just gonna stop there. I think that's some kind of flashing. I'm just gonna place in a piece right here to fill this gap. Factory line set up. He's pulled the old unit out. He's got the new unit ready to go, and just popping them in one at a time. Measuring at both ends. I got to make 3 pieces. One's going to be 1 1/4. Now I've got my 2 shapes marked out. Started by making my cuts this way. Then I'll do that one, and then that one. And now we find out if they fit. Almost. And yes. So I'm going to gently tap this into place. 3-inch general purpose screws. And there it is. Now I'm going to hit these gaps with some Fix-It-All. Well, I just had a batch harden up in the bucket, and it wasn't coming out, and I then busted a hole in the side of the bucket, so I'm going to have to improvise and cut down this bottle to make a little mixture. This area by the utility is all patched in. I cut down the bottle of TSP. Now I'm ready for action again. Just going through and patching about 1,012,000 little pinholes and whatnot. Spots up in the ceiling. We need 1120 amperes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go get them. My Brooke has some wisdom to share from the YouTubeverse.
Okay.
What have you learned? So, when you're putting in these electrical outlets, look carefully at the breaker box, right? And look at the little knob at the end that'll say like 15 or 20. You want to make sure that the outlet that you have that corresponds to that circuit. For this Fix-It-All stuff, Fix-It-All, I'm working wet. I use a bucket and I have a rag, and I keep my tools in the water. I can even keep the mixing thing in the water because this stuff hardens real fast into something real solid. So just tell me, what were the top 3 beginner's mistakes?
It's very important to expose enough wire so that you can make a right-handed turn into everything that you're doing. The right amount of wire, like so, to hook around these. Crimp it. So that's, I would say, number 1. The number 2 is to make sure that you have enough of this wire exposed. The number 3 is to, again, make sure that this is curled correctly so that as you tighten the screw, you have to not only make the U, but then tighten it so that as you tighten the screw, it doesn't come off.
Got a case of measles, smallpox out here, but still got a few more to do. So things slowed down a bit after my brother discovered that some of the switches need to be, or some of the plugs need to be 20 amps. But he's gotten certainly a lot of them done. I got a lot of patching done on the walls. Didn't do any sanding of the patching. But there's a lot that did happen today. Yeah, and there will be sanding and more electrical tomorrow. What one? Oh, that's a ground fault. Oh yeah, you could eat your bone, Emmy. We're gonna eat dinner. Getting fancy. Well, that was pretty epic. Tune in tomorrow for finishing the electrical switches, maybe some troubleshooting, and some more patching. Then a trip to Home Depot for primer. Remember to like and subscribe.